Hello there, everyone. Zantok here with Slickstar Gaming, and welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. In today's episode of side content, I've got for you the final Gatherer class. It's time to go fishing. That's it. That's the whole thing. We're gonna be doing a lot of fishing. We get to go get a lot of fish. We get to deal with the RNG of catching said fish, and then bringing those fish back to the guild. That's it. Fishing. And now we're going to start the third of our three gather classes here, the Fisher. Unlike mining and botany, fishing is actually going to work pretty differently. We're going to get completely different buttons and have a completely different... I was going to use the word interface. That's not... We don't have an interface like we do with botany and mining. It's a completely different system. It's really how I... It's a different kind of gameplay. Well, a well-wishing welcome to you, adventurer friend. You've worked your way to Fisherman's Bottom. When you want fish for just a day, you can call a culinarian, but we fishermen feast for life. I've set the bait. Think you're ready to bite? Yeah, let's join the Fisherman's Guild. Hooray! Looks like we've got a live one here. Ha! Let me walk you through the life of a fisherman here in Limsa Laminsa. Since we're surrounded by the seas, the fishing sites are a fisherman's delight. We can't fish it here. You can't fish it anywhere. Well, some of us rope our fish in with rods and reels, others skim the seabed with nets for creepy crawly critters. Might say we cast a wide net. People prowl about our pullers, but everywhere in Limsa. And there's much and more I haven't even mentioned. We shepherd the ships, preside over the ports, manage the mongers, all while making sure not to leave any adventurers out to sea. I'll wait you prefer to work alone, so we'll start you off with a rod and reel. Now, you may not necessarily net the numbers that net the numbers net fishing wheel yields, but pole fishing positively pulls prettier prizes. That's the long and short of it. When you're ready for another bite of bait, I'll reel you in for the guildmaster. I need to hear you had to change your heart. You haven't, had you? Of course not. Way of the Fisher. Nomolika would have you reaffirm your desire to join the Fisherman's Guild. Spoken truly like a true bespoke fisherman. Well then, it's time for you to meet the guildmaster. But unfortunately, and somewhat ironically, our nefarious netmaster is out fishing at the moment. This moment and every moment, that is. So, Sisyphus, to attend a task that requires tending to, such as deciding whether you'll sink or swim with our guild. Sisyphus presiding over those pools I'm just going to start that over. Sisyphus presiding over those pools. Whenever you decidedly decide to say hello, she might seem somewhat standoffish, but she's only keeping an eye out for sharks. In the pools. The small little pools. I don't know. Be yourself and you have nothing to worry about. So yeah, the true guildmaster, he's out here fishing. It's what he does all day instead of actually, tending to his guild. So instead, most of our interactions are going to be with Sisyphus here. Yes, save your breath. I heard every word between you and New Malika, so I know she told you my role here. As she said, Wabalago's supposed to be guildmaster, but apparently he has bigger fish to fry, so all his work falls to me. That includes making sure our new fish aren't shellfish idiots or potential anemones. You passed the first test, but not laughing at that awful joke. Now you'll need the right answer to this question. Are you prepared to fish like you've never fished before? Yeah. Well, you're smarter than the majority of bottom dwellers that find their way here. Welcome to the guild. Now, this wouldn't be much of a guild if we sent you out to sea with only a pole and a prayer. But I suppose I can spare you a few pearls of wisdom. Nevertheless, you're still going to need that pole and prayer, so I can at least provide you with the former. Here you go. One of the two isn't bad. I'll even throw in these lugworms, since you're not like to get far without bait. The rods we bestow upon our new fish are priceless objects, which is to say, they don't cost anything. Once you know what you're doing, you'll probably win a proper one. But in the meantime, let's see if you can figure out how to hold your pole. Ready to what I give you, and your lessons can begin. Fisher unlocked. This first just keeps changing what they are right now. The fishing log has been obtained. Different than the gathering log. We'll get into it. Readying your line. To fish, you must first change your class to fisher by equipping a rod in your main hand. No shit, really. If the body of water you are near is fishable, the icon for the cast action, this one right here, will glow. Determine the bait to apply to your line by selecting the bait action and then checkmarking the desired item for the list that appears. Some bait can only be used in certain locations, or for landing certain types of fish. Bait and tackle can be harvested, made by disciples of the hand, or purchased from various merchants or fieldcraft vendors. Always make sure your inventory is stocked before heading out into the wild. Alright, so let's equip our weathered fishing rod. And we're in our gear. Oh god, there's so much here that we need to throw off. Get rid of these botanists and minor things. I don't want them or need them for this class. I'm going to move bait up to here. We're going to have cast here, hook. I want right next to it, quit. You don't need this one on your bar. It ends fishing, or I can just press the Z key on my keyboard. For you controller people, I don't know what button it is to tell you, but I'm sure you can figure it out. I am actually going to get... It's not common for me to completely just remove a button from my bar. I like to, keep things. But nah, fuck it. Quits out of here. Rest. Abandons fishing, but keeps your equipment at the ready. Get out of here. And cast light. Cast light is also useless. There's no point to do it. It just lights at the tip of your fishing rod. But we're to keep it because you have to. You have to. Supposedly, I can't confirm this, but supposedly it used to have a use. It used to actually do something. I don't know what it did. I'm gonna look up right now, see if it's listed on the wiki of what it used to do, because I don't know. I just don't like what people say. Oh, okay. I see now. I'll explain it in a bit. I actually have found the answer. That's nice. My first fishing rod. Sisapu would like to assign you your first task. You're looking quite formidable. Let's hope you don't scare all the fish away. Now, the first rule of fishing is to hold on to your rod. Take care of your rod, and your rod will take care of you. Let me know if I'm going too fast for you. Since you're new here, we're going to start small, and they don't come much smaller than anchovies. You'll find schools of anchovies swimming around outside in Galadian Bay, so you can catch your meager supply without ever walking 10 yams. Anchovies are hardly the most cunning fish in the sea, making them an ideal first assignment. Simply bait a hook with some of these lugworms that I gave you, dip it in the water, and the fish will practically catch themselves. To catch lamented anchovies for Sisapu, first select a suitable lure using the bait action. Next, approach the water, use the cast action to begin fishing. When you feel a tug on your line, use the hook action to reel in your catch. And we're already going to get the fishing log! Your fishing log contains invaluable information on everything, from fishing hole locations to detailed fish data to personal records. Log can be found in the logs in your main menu. We'll look at that in a bit. First, there's a couple things I want to do. So we're just going to come out over here. Oh, it just popped up fishing because we got right next to water and we can use cast. After using the cast action to cast your line into the water, you need to simply sit back and wait for a bite. No obnoxious mini games. When a fish bites, you will not only see the line being tugged, but hear it. While the fish is on the line, use the hook action to attempt to reel in your catch. Your chances of successfully reeling in a fish after hooking it are directly affected by the fish type and your gathering rating. So, first of all, bait. We need to select our lugworm. And then we just click this cast button here, or I can just click the 1 button on my keyboard. And then I'm going to click cast light, so we can light up our fishing rod. And look at that! We're fishing! Now, all I have to do is just wait until the line bobs. We'll see this exclamation point overhead, then I can click hook, and we can reel in our fish. And there's our first Lamensa anchovy. We need to get 4 more. Now I can talk about what Castlight used to do. Or, I guess... Castlight didn't change. It just... We no longer actually need to use it. That exclamation point we saw above my head. There are 3 different kinds. 1 exclamation mark, 2, and 3. Relating to more or less rarity for the different fish. That exclamation point animation only was added in patch 5.2 during the Shadowbringers expansion. So beyond that, the only way to know if you're getting the kind of catch that you want is by the animation of us catching the fish. So like the way we're moving our fishing rod around, it will change depending on if it's a 1, 2, or 3. So Cast Light helps players to tell what exactly was happening, like whether they're playing at nighttime or just in the dark or whatever. Unfortunately, fishing, while there is no obnoxious minigame, it is RNG dependent. So we've got 2 lumens and anchovies so far, and 1 malm kelp. Little sad, but it's alright. Another thing I want to talk about, so we're going to do after we catch this fish. Finger shrimp. So I've shown the sit emote before, how like there's different positions for sitting on the ground, for sitting in a chair. There is a special sit for when you are fishing. So I'm going to go into our emotes, I'm going to find sit, and we get pull out this little bench. I love it. I like using the bench whenever I go fishing. So then we don't have to stand the whole time, we get to have a nice little seat. And that's all I have to say. Now we're just waiting to catch some anchovies. And each cast uses up 1 of our lugworms. Need 2 more. I might have to fish a little bit more to get to level 5. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, 1 more. Oh, no, we probably won't. Oh, yeah, definitely not, actually. Now I'm looking at the math. This next catch will hit us to level 5. Please. Don't be wrong. And now I just get up, just moving the... Actually, the Z key was wrong on getting up out of the fishing. It was just doing Ul'dah and moving killed our fishing. So, perfect. We don't need that take a break or exit button on our bar. Fishing will give us a fuck ton of buttons. We don't need them all. Anchovies swim off every shore of Limsa. You can bring them back from anywhere you like. As long as it's not the fishmongers. Here, Chovy, here, Chovy. Fair flock of feisty fish you've got, Giddy Guppy. Careful they don't slip out of sight. Well, Lago, to what do we owe the, pleasure? Well, the guildmaster's gotta get after the guppies, dividing up the daily drudgery, picking out a proper potable and some such support and service. And who gets after the guildmaster? We have books to balance, you know. Books you should be balancing. I did my best to balance the books, but the bilge keel bent the bow back, bouncing the whole batch off the boat. That's not what... You know it was just an expression. But that's neither here nor there. As long as you keep at the bit, here and there, our books will balance themselves. Don't let that go to your head, of course. Any beginner can snag some anchovies. But you need to experiment with different lures and explore new waters if you want to catch the big ones. Fundamentals are fine, but the fun is fishing for new finds. Like my uncle always said, fishing's like philandering. You never know what you'll catch. And with those well-spoken words of wisdom, we will leave you to your wiles. And the next fish request will be from Sissipu at level 5. Like Miner and Botanist, every 5 levels from here to level 50. Oh. What? What is this? All the fish in the sea? What is this? Ah, yes. Um, we're gonna do that right now. I don't know when I want to do that, but I definitely want to do that at some point. Maybe in between levels 5 and 10. Bigger fish to fry. The poo has a trial in mind for you. I smell that you haven't been neglecting your duties. A commendable attitude. No one's ever gotten worse at anything by practicing. No one I know, at least. Then again, you can't expect the same old tricks to work with new fish. Big ones don't grow to be that way, chasing everything that wiggles on a hook. Here's the fish you want. You must first know what the fish want. Only once their prize is at stake can you tantalize and tempt your prey to taste the forbidden tackle. Anchovies may be willing to settle for lugworms, but a harbor herring have a discerning palate that prefers pill bugs. But don't take my word for it. Go and see for yourself. Pick up some pill bugs from Sidey Hill over in West Talker's Alley. Then use them to catch 3 local harbor herring. Like anchovies, they can be caught right outside. In case you've in mind to return to your previous spot, you should know that fish aren't as foolish as most might think. Keep passing along the same waters, you'll find that fewer folk will take the bait. I don't know if that's actually a mechanic or not. Not entirely sure. I've never noticed that being a mechanic, but I also don't make a big habit of fishing this game. Some people are really into fishing. I know a couple I might be able to ask and find out. I don't know. We don't get an answer, but we'll see. All right, here's Sidey Hill. We need to buy what kind of pill bugs? We're gonna buy 99 because they're cheap. And then we just need to go fishing in the same spot because different fish want different baits, and so on and so forth. Let's equip our pill bug over here while we're heading down there. And actually, I think I can just, yeah, I got a better idea. Let's cast our line here. And I sits. I got a really long fishing line to go all the way down there. Goby. Is that what I need? No, I need harbor herring. Which, oh, actually, let's open the fishing log. Limsa lower decks and upper decks. Okay, so the entirety of the lower decks is all the same. Oh, is all the same fishing pole. So anything we can find here can also be found just in front of the Fisherman's Guild, and so on. Hello, anchovy. You're not what I need. I already have enough of you. Game, please give me a harbor herring. What will we do with all these extra fish? I'll talk about that later. We learned to chum, which reduces the amount of time for the next fish to bite. Actually, not a bad thing. I think I'm going to keep that where it's at for right now. I don't really know where I want to put that in my bar. Also thinking right here, actually. We'll move it there for now. When I can use it, we throw some chum in the water. And now it should be faster to get to our next bite. Oh, it was. Oh, it's a 2-star. Or a 2-star? A 2-point. 2 exclamation points. And there we can see the animation is different of us catching. With the, when it's 3 exclamation points, if you're sitting down, you'll actually stand up as you're trying so hard to grab the fish. I might as well keep on using chum until I run out of GP. Saves me some time. Getting a few new fish here, but I need the herring. Game, please give me the herring. Okay, 2 exclamation points. That's what we need for the herring, but the coral butterfly was also at 2. So we don't know what we're gonna get. Coral butterfly. Okay. Well, I guess I can go ahead and look at the fishing log some more, just to show this a little bit. Because down here we can see, oh, if there's any like restrictions on the type on what we need for our fish. None of these require anything specific. Thank God. This one is actually not showing us anything for some reason. We're also kind of getting a spoiler on some places and regions that we'll be going to in the future. I like that some of these are actually covered up. Good. I feel like they should all be covered up until we've been there. But thankfully, at this point, like, these are kind of... You don't really know what the hell these mean at this point in the game. It's like, what's an Ilsabart? I don't know. Actually, we might know what Ilsabart is by this point. We definitely don't know what the Northern Empty is. Hell, I'm not entirely sure what that refers to. Huh. Once those exclamation point places have been visited, then they should appear as normal in the fishing log. Like, I can click on any of these, it'll show me all the areas, if they're undiscovered or not, and it won't tell me their name. But it'll also show you like where they are on the map, again, once you discover them. But like the Black Shroud in New Gridania, I'm pretty sure we can fish like right under the Aetheryte, which is kind of funny. I like that a lot. Okay, I need one more herring. Come on. Come on, Limsa. Be kind. This is not... That's a 1 exclamation point. Damn it. Oh! That was that a large one? The higher your perception rating, the better chance you have of landing a large-sized fish. Depending on the variety, it may be useful for mooching. We'll learn more about mooching another time. Oh, it must not have been large because it still went here. So I don't know why they taught us about large fish. We didn't catch one. You'd think they'd teach us about that either when we catch one or we learn a skill relevant to them. Weird. But yeah, large fish, when you catch them, you get extra experience points. Hey, there we go. There's our harbor herring. Alright, let's go back to the guild. Bring me 3 harbor herring, Garanthe. Let's test both your ability to use pillboats as bait and your ability to count. There's nothing better than salted harbor herring. Even perhaps fried harbor herring. Or grilled. No, definitely salted. You know, in the yesteryears of my youth, I used to use every fish I yanked out to yield a bigger one. A good gamble until the game got gargantuan. I guess I got greedy. But why did you... Well, sometimes it's best to throw back the big ones. Good gods! What's a guildmaster got to do to garner a grain of gratitude? Acting respectable would be a start. Respectable? I sailed the seas and snared everything that swam in them. And that would be an accomplishment if by everything that swam in them you meant fish and not lady divers. All you ever brought back were stories about carousing with trollops. But chauvinism is just a red herring. The harbor herring are what's important, namely, the lesson of thinking from the perspective of the fish when selecting bait. In that regard, I can say you truly have the mind of a fish. So, here's a treat. Though it might seem like gibberish at first, but as you make observations and jot down notes, eventually, all of it will be gibberish. Well, take some time to study up, but be careful not to fry your fish brain. You'll need it for your next lesson. The fishing log is a chronicle of your experiences as a fisher. Peruse the fish guide for fishing locations and detailed fish data, or reflect upon your accomplishments by viewing your records. Oh god, they're giving me a third bait. And also a maple fishing pole. We have crayfish balls now. The Princess and the Fish. For your next lesson, Pissapoo will send you off into the wild. What's that in your eye, Yaranthe? I know that glimmer. It's the eye of the fisher. It's the thrill of the bite, rising you to the challenge of our rival. Wait a minute. This sounds familiar. Keep that spark alive, friend. You don't want to end up like Wawalago. Not that I'm worried about you. Oh yes, I can see it. There's a fire inside you, burning for fish. More fish, bigger fish. It's time to feed that fire. Today's the day. The day you catch your first big one. No one ever forgets their first. Journey forth to the banks of the Nim in Middle Lenosha. There you will find her, the Princess Trout. Take the princess, and return here a man. Her Royal Highness is drawn to crayfish balls. Certain gear grants bonuses to your perception. Good perception raises the probability of catching larger fish. While the fish can be of different sizes at the time that they are caught, all fish of the same type become identical items once in your inventory. Okay, so we're going... What was it? Middle Lenosha? The Middle Lenosha and the Nim River. Okay. What's the Nim River? Ah, Nim River, right over there. Okay. And I believe we already have crayfish balls. Yeah, right here. Alright, let's make sure that's what we currently have baited. It is. Let's go fishing. I think this counts as the Nim River. Just be safe, though. Let's go way out over here. But now we're at the mercy of RNG. The bait I'm using may not be suited to this location? What? Hold up. Princess Trout. Apparently I can just buy it. We're not gonna do that. It costs only 10 gil. This is the crayfish ball, isn't it? Yeah, crayfish ball. Middle Ocean 1714. Yeah, that's where we're at. Let's just try again. Actually, I wonder if where I'm currently at is considered a different spot. Like, maybe I need to be, like, over here where it says the descent. Like, maybe this is considered, like, a different fishing hole. Like, it could be the Ageless River here. Let's go right over here. Oh, I can't land here. Sadness. There we go. Got it. And out of curiosity, I want to see the fishing log here. Nim River. Yeah, okay, it is just a section. So I was fishing in a different fishing hole, apparently. Well, at least we solved it. It only had one catch. Now, at this level, with both Miner and Botanist, we were given a second hand tool that we could use as an alternate way of doing mining and botany. We are not going to be getting a secondary hand tool here with our level 10 Fisher quest. We will get something later in a future expansion, and that actually have like an actual mini game. But for now, just fishing poles. You'll find the princess trout in the Nim River, Yaranthe. Don't forget to take your crayfish balls. Oh, I got it. It's a large one, too. Depending on your perspective, you've either rescued or abducted the princess. A prim and proper princess she is. We'll ready her as a royal roast, a feast fit for a king. I don't think kings should eat princesses. The king can keep his fancy feast. Any fisherman no worth her salt prefers her trout prepared simply. Oh, is that Wawalago talking about the feast? Whoops. Completely missed it. Oh, said like a surly, salty-mouthed sea hag. Hand it right over and he'd have the cultured classes cook. A fine day it would be when I take culture lessons from you. Besides, I didn't send Yaranthe out to that river to fetch a fish for you. I sent him out to fetch a fish for me. I like the bickering that these two have. But that lesson, that is. Yes, of course. That was the purpose of the expedition. A lesson, not my meal. Anyway, as you should have learned, catching up proper fish requires perseverance, plain and simple. And this plump princess trout can testify to that. Continue to apply the lessons I've taught you. Before you know it, you'll be swimming in fish. Doesn't that sound appetizing? I mean, to a degree. You're also giving me a new bait. I'm guessing it's what we'll use on our next quest. You gave me bloodworms. Well, and we can't use our new fishing rod yet. We're only at level 11. Sadness. Well, we have new shoes. Every fish has a silver lining. Kizaboo could use a helping hand with an unexpected order. I've been thinking, Yaranthe. Now that you can catch more fish than you can eat, it's time you learned a little about the art of fishmongering. Normally, customers purchase fish that have already been caught, but a certain kicker and sailor has a penchant for freshness. Unfortunately, the fishermen who usually fill his orders have all, somewhat ironically, gone fishing. And so, I turn to you, Yaranthe. I'm hoping you can talk to Chucharoon over there and, well, at least listen to him. Chucharoon! You got a lot of fish to choose from, sir. You sure none of them are to your liking? Ah, Chucharoon, the sailor sail the seas. You the fisherman who fish the fish? Looking out as lookout. Chucharoon spots in water. Jumping silverfish, jump. Flashing silver flashes. Chucharoon wishes to taste silverfish taste. Chucharoon pay good silver if you fish 5 good silverfish. 5? Oh boy. Well, Chucharoon has a way with words, doesn't he? Unfortunately, his way appears to be repeating the words silverfish. A most experienced fisherman would be able to decipher that nonsense. Wawalago, that's you. This one isn't civil to sneak up and scare your seniors. I suddenly suspected Sipu sent you to slit my stomach. That woman's well aware of my weakness. If she's going to shout about the way I shoved down shrimp, she should know better than to leave them showing on the shelf. Or is that not why you're here? Oh, table setting aside, I'll bet you shells to shellfish I know what the kicker spied. If it was silver and sauntered while skimming the sea, I'm somewhat certain it was a navigator's dagger. Daggers don't lend themselves to Lamentson's liking, but the settlers of the southerly isles stir them into soup stock. You can find them by the brewer's beacon. Snaring one is a slippery slight for a starter, but a flitting flick of the fists for a fisherman with a gulls eye like you have. Now, daggers are drawn to decoys that dangle, so do yourself a favor and fetch some rat tails from the flesh their fins at. Rat's tails? What? Okay, here's the part where I open up the wiki and I look up Navigator's Daggers, be like, okay, what exactly do you need and where do I go? So let's see here. Navigator's Daggers. I don't know why, but I almost typed in Senator's Daggers. Like, that's not all the same thing. Okay, so yeah, rat tail. Where do I get rat tail? Alternatively, I can use versatile. There's a couple spots. They prefer rat tail, but I could use the versatile lure at Morbi. But let's just get the rat tails. They are in. Oh, they're everywhere. We're gonna go to the market. That's not the way. Actually, I wonder if. Do they have a. You would think that the fishing guild would have an NPC where you could buy fishing lures. But no, they don't. What the shit? Let's look for somebody that's called Merchant and Mender. Where the hell they are? Must be down here in the second half of the markets. Oh dear. Wait. No, wait a minute. We went through both sides. Or no, we warped to this side only. Oh, I see what happened. I'm a dumb. Alright, Merchant and Menda. Actually, you know, I assumed they would be here. Maybe they're somewhere else. Ah, jeez. Oh, wait a minute. There's the second person. I'm looking for somebody that should actually be up here, I think. No, they're not here either. Are they? Shit. They're down here. I'm looking for Shiny Hill. Actually, that's not... Okay, they should be right over here. God, I am just the worst. Here we go. Here's Shiny Hill. Alright, you. Purchase items. Rat tail. Give me 99. Thank you. And now we're going to go to Morbi Dry Docks. But apparently, that's the best place to go. We have to go to 2634, which is actually that's where we are. We're already here. You can just fish right here. Well, get up my mouth. All right, we got some new skills when I did ocean fishing. So we jumped up from last session being level 11, now we're level 20. It's a whole thing. All right, I want to keep that there. Oh, patience. Oh, not patience. A hook. Carver herring. That is not what we're looking for. Oh dear. Thought I silenced that. Ignore the alarm that played for a second. Tiger cod. Again, not what we're looking for. Something I wish that the wiki would do, and maybe it is and I'm just stupid and I can't find it, is like tell me if I'm looking for like a single exclamation point, 2 or 3. Because that'd be helpful. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter in the long run, but... Oh boy. This may take a bit to get 5 navigator staggers. We are in the right place, aren't we? I feel like I am. Finally. And there's our 5th Navigator's Dagger. Awesome. I figured we didn't need to see me catching all 5 because who knew how long it was going to take. We saw the first, we saw the last. Let's go back to Chutaroon. Unlike, you know, botany and mining, when unless I have to hunt down like a rare item that doesn't always spawn, I know what I'm gonna get and I know I can get it quickly. Fishing? It's RNG. I don't know what's gonna appear. Oh, that's not. Here we go, Chutaroon. You fish and catch 5 fish catch for Chutaroon. I did. I got you 5 daggers. You brought weapons? No, it's what the fish is called. Oh. The shiny shine. The smelly smell. Cannot wait to tasty taste. Well, looks like we found the fish you were after. You find. Maybe Chutaroon season with season or smoke with smoke. Maybe grill on grill. Many cooking options for cook. You can do each one a different way. My, you're certainly putting a great deal of thought into this. Chutaroon gifted to feast on feast gift. Best Chutaroon regards you with Chutaroon's best regards. We're always grateful for your patronage, Chutaroon. Please see him out and return here afterwards, here and they. We have more to discuss. Uh-oh. Part 2? Surely not. I'm glad you were here to handle that sudden request. Though many of these freeloading fishermen can't be bothered to stay ashore for more than a day at a time. You, on the other hand, have proven far more reliable. I can think of at least one kicker who'd agree. Now that you've seen how rewarding fishmongering can be, I hope you'll take the initiative to try it yourself. I mean, think about it. Alright, let's see what has my best upgrade. Wait, craftsmanship? Oh, not what I expected. That's a 10 point in gathering, and we get perception. Is that piece can also be used for crafting, which is fun. 4 and 2, 6. Yeah, we're getting the body piece for sure. Huzzah! A fish in hot water. Sisyphus will teach you the advantages of fishing without live bait. Oh. You might recall Chutaroon, the babble-spewing fish connoisseur? Perhaps not, but he certainly recalls you. Apparently, there aren't enough fish in the sea, so he set his sights on freshwater fish. He's even tried catching them himself, though that's proved problematic so far. While kickers possess a healthy appetite for fish, they lack the necessary patience and often end up eating their own bait. The problem has a relatively straightforward solution: employing a lure in place of live bait. Unfortunately, this straightforward solution requires a roundabout demonstration, as Chutaroon does not readily accept the concept of inedible bait. If only you might snag 5 warm water trout with crowflies, you might come to see the light. The fishers said to populate the shores of Oakwood and Upper Lenosha. Though I can't say I've been recently, I consider it inauspicious to cast one's line under the watchful gaze of a giant sea serpent. Upper Lenosha. Okay. We're continuing Warm Water Trail. I think the Virtual Style Lure will probably handle that. But I just want to double check here. Warm Water Trout. Oh. Crowflies. Oh, wait, she did say crowflies, didn't she? Apparently you can use versatile lures, but they prefer crowflies. So I'll get crowfly. Where can I get one? City Hill! We're going back to City Hill. To catch 5 again? Okay. Alright. Hopefully it happens quickly. I don't need to, unlike with bait, I don't need to get like 99 lures. I made that mistake my first character. I was like, oh. Because I thought they would get used up and they didn't. So we're only going to get 5. And that's really just a safety number. Okay, so Upper Lenosha towards Oakwood. Apparently there are multiple places you can get it, but it's like, I'm trying to think of the right word. Like the wiki marks this location as prime, so it's like has higher odds of them being there. I don't fully understand it, but we're going to 1324, which we're at 2623. So you know, basically just do a straight line all the way to fly around the Wondrous Palace. So hang on a tick. Again, I could ferry, but that costs money. And look at me, so poor with my 700,000 gil. I honestly don't know where it's all coming from. I'm shocked. We ended MSQ at like just like right around 200,000. How? 13, 24. Yep, right. We're gonna go right here. Right. Lures sadly have this annoying sound effect. You're constantly twisting the thing. But it's okay. Come on, trout. Sweet, we got one. There we go. There's our 5th warm water trout. I'm really glad I chose to cut everything in between there, because that took 8 minutes after our first one to get to our 5th. Crazy. We also leveled up. We hit level 22, and we got a new little a little help window here. So I guess we'll talk about, because it's related to these new buttons we got. Release and release list. Every good fisher knows even Nopka's bounty is not limitless, and will therefore return to the water any unwanted catches, so the matron may take them to her bosom once more. This is called releasing, and the action is available to all fishers. Released fish will not be added to your inventory, preserving the area population. Once you have released a certain type of fish, you will continue to release that fish should you catch it again in the same location. If you wish to stop releasing fish, you must first end your fishing session and cast your line anew. So, while this implies that you should release fish in order to like have there still be fish in the location you're fishing, like it's acting as if like it's a resource that you can drain, this is not true. Releasing really just stops extra fish from clogging up your inventory. Because look at all this I got here. Everything after rat, actually no. Everything I got 5 more water trout, but I also got 2 fairy bass, 2 four-eyed fish, 4 dark bass, and I had several where like the fish got away. So I don't want to click a release because I don't know that I'll accidentally release the warm water we just got. But like release lists will show up, like I can choose what here I want to just have automatic just like not be caught. And you can keep only large size. Oh, that's interesting actually. I didn't know that. But for me, I'm not gonna worry about that. If fish take up space in my inventory, that's fine. I can desynth them later, or I can sell them to the markets. Release and release list. I'm gonna take these off my bar entirely. Fisher is gonna get a lot of button bloat as we get more skills. I'm gonna start fighting that off from now. Like, hell nah. Let's just go back to Chucharoon. Fisher gets way too many buttons. Like, Gatherers and Crafters get a lot of buttons. Fisher gets way too many buttons. How can they bait fish without bait? Like this. You truly fish trout using fake food? Indeed. For all the fish know, the lure may as well be live. They skillfully use them to catch these tasty tasties. You see, Chucharoon, deception lies at the heart of fishing. Yes. Lies lie at heart of fishing. Chucharoon no fool. Chucharoon full of fish. Precisely. Well, I trust that we've managed to lure, guide you to the path of self-sufficient fishing. Let's see, what do I want to get from this? See, that's a 26-point boost. It's a 6 and a 3. Wait, did I say 26? No, 6 point. Jesus. Alright, we're gonna take the gloves, I think, right? Oh, wait, no, the gloves are 8. Oh. No, I was thinking the pants, actually. I'm gonna take the pants. New fishing rod, new pants. Awesome. A game of cat and fish. Sisapu would have you learn a new technique. Ah, it's time for this, isn't it? You're familiar with the Culinarians Guild, aren't you, Yarente? Actually not yet, we're not. If you couldn't tell by its super silliest name, their members are a finicky bunch, particularly the fussy Master Linksay. When it comes asking for a shadow catfish, no other fish will do. Even if I kindly explain that fishing went out and involves an arduous journey to Foghorn Float, followed by grueling labor. Naturally, I thought of you for the task. We all know Walalago's not going to do it. This will likely require a bit of fish wheeling, if you know what I mean. Though I imagine you do not, as I just invented the word. It means recasting a fish you just caught as bait for a yet larger fish. In my wisdom, I have deemed that your fishing prowess, landfaring acumen, and physical presence directly in front of me qualify you as the ideal candidate for the job. I have no doubt you'll be more than amply capable of fish wheeling, or any other new terms I see fit to conjure up, for that matter. Simply use crayfish balls to catch a striped goby, then recast that to catch the shadow catfish. Take it from the inventor of fish wheeling. Once the striped goby will become your lure, you want to catch the biggest, shiniest one you can find. A long journey lies ahead of you, and I fear the guild will not be the same in your absence. However, I choose to think of it not as losing a friend, but gaining a shadow catfish. Good luck! Fish wheeling, or mooching, as it's more widely known, involves catching a large fish and then recasting your line with the fish still on it in an attempt to land even larger prey. A high perception rating will increase your chances of catching fish of large size. So when I hit when I was leveling Fisher, we had the tool tip about fishing. I was like, well, I'm not in a good part where I can really talk about this. But, oh shoot, where was it? Back. I forget which map they said to go to. Let's see. Shadow Catfish is found in the North Shroud. I need him, but for the Striped Goby, I need... Wait, this said North. Oh yeah, North Shroud. She said the crayfish ball. That's what it was. Do I have that bait yet? Let me check my Chocobo saddlebag, aka my tackle box. Oh good, I do have crayfish balls. North Shroud. Here we go. So yeah, mooching. How this works is First, I have to catch a particular fish. It has to be a large size of that fish. And then I'll hit a new button that we have right here called Mooch. I'm actually going to... I think I want to move this there. That's a better spot for that. Now, where in the North Shroud do I need to go? Okay. Actually, just over here. And let me go. Thank you. What does patience do again? Oh yeah, increase the chance of landing a large-sized fish. I don't know if this is a... Okay, I think I need to go for precision for this. Okay, so first of all, let's do patience. Let's cast... Oh, cast I was already on. Let's cast. And whenever it comes time to catch, I need to click precision hook set to increase our odds of getting a large fish and also cutting the odds of... or destroying the negative penalty towards failing the catch. Striped Goby, let's click Mooch. Not gonna lie, I'm actually paying more attention and learning how fishing works recording this than when I was going through these quests initially. Because initially I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna brute force this hook, or cast hook. I wasn't using patience and precision hook set like I should have been. Wait, inefficient hooking was still on? Oh, I didn't realize that. Shoot. I didn't even get that fish. Also, if you mooch, you lose the fish you caught, so, be mindful. We got a regular striped goby. Nuts. I could have had it in just one go, and I screwed up by not paying attention. Okay. Now we mooch. Now I need to do powerful hook set, probably. I think it was a 2-star before. I think keep saying 2 stars, so 2 exclamation points. Here we go. Come on, shadow catfish. Got it. Back to Limsa. When the catfish you seek at fogward float of the North Shroud. Maybe it's a tad presumptuous to say you will find one, but that's where they are, at any rate. Actually, I did find one. You what? Link sat out to crack a smile when he glimpses this beauty. They say never to look a git fish in the mouth, but one can't help but stare at that gaping grimace. It looks like it could swallow a person whole. I'm sure the fish of Gridania are none too displeased to see this one leave the water. I heard that Yarzons covet the fish too, sometimes migrating north and attacking fishermen in hopes of stealing the catch. Suppose I should have warned you about that ahead of time. Still, I don't see what all the fuss is about. For all the lengths one need travel and dangers one need brave, the fish tastes little better than mud. Pardon me, but perhaps I might persuade you to prepare them in a proper bath. Water washed off the waste you could wipe away, but the invisible vapors only vanish with vinegar. You must mind the mud you can't see. Speaking of the mud you can't see, Where did you come out of all of a sudden? A good guild master gusts in and goes out like a gale. Now you see me. Now you don't. I still see you. Actually, I think we both still see you standing right there. But that is neither here nor there, aren't they? There are a few fishermen who could haul in the catch that you did today. Frankly, I've started to wonder how we ever got along without you. Give me the gloves. Nice. Like fish passing in the night, Thistlepoo would have you attend to another incomprehensible customer. Oh boy. The catfish you fetched for Link's sake has raised quite a stir. He was so pleased with the quality and the quickness of the delivery, he's been raving about you to anyone in earshot. And now the word swirling around Limsa of a fabled fisherman has reached the ear of your fellow guildmates. Though most of them have no idea who you are, it doesn't stop the lazy sunbather from fabricating folk stories about you. Meanwhile, Tricheru's done his part to add to your fame, singing your praises well beyond the walls of the guild. So well beyond the walls, in fact, that goblins have come to enlist your help. Toctix is a friend of Chucharoon's, so we're somewhat obligated to hear him out, though I don't expect him to be much more intelligible. Loath I am to admit it, we're most likely near Wawalago again. Oh goody. Hello, Toctix.
Chucharoon told many glory tales of mighty Fishbringer to Toctix. Toctix is friend. Chucharoon is friend. Fishbringer is friendly friend. Yes? Moon was shining on Easter seas of Lenosha when most lovely fish appeared. Toctix wonder if friendly friend Fishbringer can bring back lovely fish from Moonsea.
Wawalago help. I don't know what he's talking about.
So, a goblin gets a glimpse of some gills and I'm to guess the game? Oh, naturally, I know what you need to net. I'm only surprised you saw fit to solicit my support. The moment you mentioned the moon on the easter seas of Lenosha, I figured out the frisky fish you're fixing to fetch. Full moon sardines. Schools of striplings migrate under moonlight to the Strait of Merlthor to return to their mothers or meet their makers, depending on how you want to look at it. Tastiest time to take 'em, too. Pluck 'em plumb in their prime. From dusk to dawn, droves dip and dive down Bloodshore. Spinning spoon worms in the water will snag you some sardines and sate your sponsor.
What? Okay. Full moon sardine. Let me look this up. Okay, yeah, we need spoon worm bait. I don't believe we have that. No, we do not. Where the hell do I get it? City Hill. Alright. That makes sense. Let's go pay City Hill a visit. Spoonworms. We'll just grab a stack of 99 because you never know. Put that in a tackle box. Alright. So, we need to go to Eastern Lenosha for this. You mentioned Bloodshore. I know where Bloodshore is. That's right down Costa del Sol! Oh. Well, these are available during a certain time of day. Oh, good. We're during that time frame. We have from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Aorview time, that's ET up here, in order to catch these. Let me double check. Okay. We're just gonna go right here. And we're gonna start casting. But we have limited time. I should have used chum. There we go. Oh my god, I have to catch 10 of these? Blowfish. It's not what we want. Oh no. This might take a bit. Alright, there's our first one. Thank God. We're just gonna skip to the end. There we go. That took almost 10 minutes of catching. Get our 10th full moon sardine, and we even leveled up during it. Well, back to Limsa. Oh, actually, we can just take a boat there. Will it take me right to the Fisher's Guild? That'd be fun. Ah, sweet, it did. Tactics of the fish. A dead fish of moonful is for tactics? Yep. Yes, Fishbringer has brought lovely fish from Moonsea. Ah, first I catch some lovely fish is still fresh in brain case of tactics. Tactics has dreaming to taste lovely fish. Friendly friends Fishbringer has made true tactics big dreams. Glory tales of treachery are no silly babble. Fishbringer is Fishbringer of fairy legends. Tactics make sure every gobby knows Fishbringer fairy legend. Oh dear, my infamy grows. Congratulations, Fishbringer. Fame with fast-trading goblins is liable to bring you fortune. Although you might want to find a less pungent title, so not to drive away other prospective patrons. But what's in a title? That which we call the Fishbringer by any other name would smell as... sweet? You tried. Oh, that's a 9-point boost to perception there. 3 to gathering, 2 perception, 3 to gathering. Yeah, we're gonna get the goggles. A fish out of water. Mr. Pooh will send you to Thanaland to a Tactics once more. Your goblin-friendly friend was looking for you earlier. He was hoping you'd make his fishiest fantasies come true. Recalled a dish that tickled his fancy some years ago, and now needs you to procure the necessary fish for him. This desert catfish, as it's apparently called, is indigenous to, and this is the truly mind-boggling part, the desert, of all places. Tactics spoke of a trapper named Ugoramuli, who fished one out of the Forgotten Springs from the southern reaches of Thanaland. If you want that catfish, you'd best go and speak with her. So, fishing in the sand. Seems weird, huh? It doesn't make a lot of sense. You fish in water, not sand. Well, when I hit level something, level 35, we got dune fishing as a new trait, which allows you to cast your fishing line into the desert sands. And as you see from some of our future traits we'll learn, there's sky fishing, cloud fishing, hell fishing, ether fishing, salt fishing, star fishing. Yeah, we'll be able to fish in some wild environments. Huh. Oh boy, it ain't just about water. Not in this game. Oh, for the tactics you say? Sure, dune fish my fair share of desert catfish. Never eat them though, know that much. Only ever used them as sandworm bait. Thought of eating desert catfish hadn't occurred to me until the goblin devoured it before my eyes. Still wouldn't touch them myself, though. Different fish for different folk, as they say. No problem fishing them out, though. Can even tell you how it's done. Just comes down to the right bait in the right place. Nothing to it, really. Easy as dropping a line with some sand leeches at the fishing hole east of Byregod's Strike, near the Ul'dah encampment. Not the same as sea fishing here in the dunes, mind you. Real test of your reel out there. Trick is to hold on when it flails. Only takes one to make a day's haul. Good hunting. A desert catfish. Alright, so let me look up something here. We need sand leeches, which we definitely do not have. Actually, do I need them? No, we can use the versatile lure. I'm going to use that then. And it's going to be, where am I going with this? Way over here. Okay. So let's start flying over that way. Now I'm going to open up our chocobo saddlebag, aka our tackle box. And where's my versatile lure? Oh, there it is. We'll be able to put it on our bait once we land and get off our mount. Dune fishing. We'll be doing it right here, casting our line into this dusty sand below. And we'll throw some chum in the sand, I guess. That makes some degree of sense, apparently. Oh, our fishing pole has a little hook on it. Huh. It's an interesting little design choice. Oh, look at the different sound effect there. That was cool. Antlion slug. Well, that's not what we were looking for, but we'll keep fishing. And hey, Battle Drake back there, you watch yourself. The fish got away. Sadness. Another antlion slug. Gosh darn it. So when I'm looking up these different fish on the wiki, it'll say like, oh, preferred bait, and it says sand leech. But I can also bait them with sand gecko, rolling stone, freshwater boley, saltwater boilie, and versatile lures. I'm assuming, my guess, dustfish. My guess that just like sand leech has the highest odds of like specifically hitting this particular fish. I don't know what the odds are for the other baits, but I didn't feel like going out and finding out where to buy the sand leech. Actually, let's all look. Yeah, I can buy it a lot of places. Oh, in Southern Dandelion, actually. Right there. I actually could get it right at Forgotten Springs. Maybe I should have. Actually, I would also get the antlion slugs and dustfish with them, with that. Oh, interesting. I just learned something. Reading about versatile lures. It says here that versatile lures are a catch-all lure used for all fish except for legendary fish, ocean fishing fish, anything that requires fishing intuition or are something that you can only get through mooching. They're useful for reducing inventory blow. But if you're looking for a particular fish, like we are doing, you're better off using the specific bait for that fish, because it will limit how many times you'll have to go fishing. Well, shoot. I mean, we're kind of already here. I don't really want to fly all the way back and then Back? There and back again, you could say. If it starts taking too long, though, I'm just gonna do it. Although, I wonder about something. I want to check something here. Aha! I'm right. The other fish here also have their preferred bait be the sand leech. So going out and buying it wouldn't, using that instead of the versatile lure, really wouldn't change things. Unless there's like a actual percentage system. But they all listed as their preferred, so I don't see a point to going out and getting specifically sand leech bait. I said specifically, I think. I meant specifically. For some reason, that's just, there's certain words that when I say them, it's just, they come out wrong a lot of times. And there's some words that like, I will just like, every time I try to spell them, I always do it poorly. Occasionally is the word that I will just like, more often than not, and I don't want to use the word occasionally. Well, I did. Spell wrongly, either with like, I think typically I do like 2 S's. I was like, no, that ain't right. And yet, I'll do it every time. Finally, the desert catfish. My god. That took way too long for me to catch. You're welcome. You didn't have to go through all that. Alright, back to Limsa. Yay! Fish bringer, find tasty fresh fish cat and sandy lands for friendly friend tactics. I did. Tactics is Thanksgiving to Fishbringer for lip-smacked Fish Cat. Fish Cat no strings make for strengthful satchel strands. Tactics trades tongue flaps with Linksafe for fancy cooking of Fish Cat and Bismarck. Linksafe only fancy cooks have their shop lock because of stressful Fish Cat odor. Fishbringer makes Tactics one happy gobby. All right, let's see. That's a yeah. We want to get the boots next. Oh, double mooching. Oh dear. Fishing in the rain. Kissapoo would have you assist with a request of some importance. Just the fisher I was hoping to see. Uncanny timing as always. The celebrity you've achieved has resulted in more risky requests than I know what to do with. Your dune fishing escapades in particular have raised eyebrows. The truly eccentric requests I've seen fit to turn away, but who can say no to the Bruguiere Consortium? I, for one, cannot. But perhaps you'll have something else to say when you speak with Cybele. She's waiting for you outside the guild. But not by Chucharoon. There, right here. Ah, Yerente, I take it. The legend said that you were rugged, I failed to mention how delectable you are as well. I have no doubt that our time together would be advantageous to us both. To business then. I want you to bring me rain collars from Gridania's jadeite blood. However, there's a catch to this catch. The rain collars spend most of their time lying dormant on the bed of the water, active only when the rains come. Oh, fuck off. Keep an eye to the skies. You'll need the fish to be aroused so they'll bite at the bait. Stem borers are most effective, or so I am told. As to why we want them, well, the fish are prized by wealthy Ul'dahs for possessing certain properties. And it is the custom of the Brugier Consortium to fulfill unconventional needs and desires. 5 rain collars are all we require to satisfy these aristocrats' needs. Oh no, if she's saying what I think she's saying. Oh god. Yeah, so this fish can only be caught when it is either raining or snowing. So first of all, I need to get some stem borer lure. And where is that? Okay, I can get that from Sinny Hill. And I have no idea if it's raining or snowing right now in that region. We're gonna get the bait first, and we're gonna head over there. We'll just see what's happening. If it's not, I'm gonna have to cut whenever it starts raining or snowing, and I have no idea offhand when that will be. I wonder if there's a weather tracker online I can use. Oh, hello. There seems to be. Okay, what was I looking for? What's our bait? Stem borer. Okay. Where was the rain color again? It is in New Gridania and Old Gridania. Okay. And the weather there right now is fair skies, and it's not going to be raining for a long time. Not until after I go to bed. Well. Alright, it's raining now here in Gridania. It is the next day, like, I don't even know how many hours later. It's the next day. So let's go to where we can fish in Gridania. I thought before it was, you know, under the Aetheryte. That's actually not true. There is some water under there, but it's not fishing water. It's a puddle. So instead, we're just gonna come over here and wait. Okay, there we go. It's like, why is my cast button not lighting up? I haven't been sitting the last few times we've gone fishing, so I feel like sitting now. Let's catch these rain collars. We have to catch 5 of them, and we only have about 20-ish minutes. So I gotta get going. Well, good. We got one over. Wow, 15,000, almost 16,000 experience points. What the hell? Is that a large? No. Oh my god. You know, it's a new fish. That's why it was so much experience. But still. Okay, yeah, that one's only not even 500. Oh wait, that's a different fish. It was still a new fish though. So what? Maybe rain color gets me more because it's only during the rain. I don't know. Eventually, we'll get abilities that let us like try to go look specifically for the same fish we just caught again. That'll be helpful for quests like this. Unfortunately, it's going to be a bit before we get that. I assume. I actually don't know what level. But we don't have it now is the point. Having one is nice, but I need to get 4 more. Oh boy. This is not going well. Wasn't it? It was 2 exclamation points, right? So we've got a new skill here called snagging. Which, actually no, I don't think that's what I want. Snagging is not the skill I was thinking of. Have I even used that one before? I don't think so. I'm not like big into like the hardcore fishing. where snagging would probably be useful. Oh, there is a list of items that require you to do snagging, including treasure maps. Oh. And a lot of corals and... Oh, that one does. Huh. Stop giving me gudgeons. There is... For all 3 gathering tracks, there is a menu that you can get by gathering. By, like, mining in a certain area. Doing, botany in a certain area. And fishing with... Oh my god! And fishing in a certain area with snagging. Ah... The fish got away. It was probably too high a level for us. I'm not sure... Okay, apparently for the fishing one, it's in Kurthis. I don't know where the minions for botany and mining are, though. I could look it up, but... I guess I should look it up. Fine. Let's use Thalic's favor... Get more GP. And good, we got a second ring call, thank gods. What are those minions called? I think one of them... Oh. It was like the minecart or something? I don't remember what they were. I thought it was the Gold Rush minecart, but no, that's something else. Oh well. There's minions somewhere. There's a lot of minions in this game. I have a good portion of them on my main. I'd ideally love to get all the things that don't require skill, but Good. Only one more rain color. We've almost got this. Oh, I think this is it. Excellent. Let's go back to Limsa. Some of these people I'm seeing here were here last night when I logged out. What the hell? Granted, you know, maybe they just logged back in and stayed in that same spot. But also, what? Bring us 5 rain colors from Gridania's Jadeite Flood. We will make it worth your while. Okay. I knew you were the right lad for the job. Who else could deliver such rare and viral specimens? These will suit the Ul'dah's purpose quite well. The elder males have been led to believe that ingesting the rain colors will endow them with, let us say, vigor. No one knows whether it is true, and I don't personally care to find out. I only know that rich men will stop at nothing to recapture their former glory. And so these fish should fetch a fair price at market. Speaking of fetching, I'm quite impressed with your handiwork, Yaranthe. The consortium will be pleased. Of course, you've pleased more than just the consortium. I look forward to seeing more of you. Let's see. What's gonna be a nice upgrade for us? Oh, 9-point perception upgrade. This is only 2, but also 3 to gathering. 3 gathering. And 2. Okay, well, I'm not getting the boots. That's the smallest upgrade. Let's get the little hat. I mean, I don't know if we might be able to wear this one. Let's find out. Nope. Oh wait, no, we're not even high enough level for it yet. What level is it? Level 42. Jesus. Alright, well, I'll find out eventually. I believe fish can fly. The pig wishes to assign you to another commission in the Brugere Consortium. Oh god, not her again. Oh, so you haven't forgotten the old Fisherman's Guild. Good to see that all the prestige and glamour that accompanies fishing stardom hasn't gone to your head. It's a wonder your head hasn't popped, well, with all the sardine and catfish fables inflating your legend to prodigious proportions. And to think, I knew you when you were still dredging anchovies out of the muck. You literally have never sent me to fish anchovies. I didn't? No. Oh. Well, whatever it was. Anyways, you can really rest assured that whatever greatness you go on to achieve, you'll always be the sorry scrap of kelp that floated into that guild on that one fateful day. As far as I'm concerned, at least. Now go speak with Sybil and see to her request. Didn't you notice her waiting for you outside? Yerenthe! Oh, the libidinous lords of Ul'dah were terribly excited by the rain colors you reeled in, sending our profits soaring accordingly. And so I came to lay yet another challenge before you. You have conquered the waves and dunes, but what of the clouds? Only you are heavenly enough to fish the cloud cutters that swim the low skies of Ishgard, within the sea of clouds. I too doubted my ears upon hearing of such a fish, but Carvelane's resolve was adamant, and he will hear no protests. Besides, I've never been one to say no. Luckily for us, the Brugere Consortium has friends in high places, namely, the Highlands of Kurthis. You'll want to seek out Permanent at White Rim Front. I'll tell you all you need to know. Confident you will prevail in your conquest, I have rendered full payment to Sisyphus in advance. You need only bring her 5 cloud cutters to satisfy me. Okay. Fish that swim in the clouds. Alright. Sky fishing, it's known as. Greetings, traveler. Visitors from Limits are rare to these climes. I'm told you seek to fish the magnificent cloud cutters that grace the sea of clouds. As squires, we practice catching our dinner. The task is trying to even the most, but the task is trying for even the most experienced of us. How one of accustomed under the shore might hope to succeed, where so many accomplished fishermen have failed, is beyond me. But mine is not to stand in the way of foolhardy endeavors. The fish float upon inflating pockets of vapor, allowing them to ride currents of air. Or thus, able to escape predators and take refuge in the clouds. Moreover, an aerial fish requires an aerial worm, in this case, hover worms. Such is the extent of the knowledge that I'll confer onto you. I feel the remainder is a matter of experience and skill. I should wish you good luck. You'll surely need it. Hover worms, where the hell? Can I get them here? What are my current coordinates? Okay, yeah, there is somebody here that has hover worms. I could also use a versatile lure, but this is fine. Where are they, though? 13.2, 15.9. Ah! Alright. Heatherworms. I believe it's going to be used right... Yeah, right over here. Can I not land here? There we go. Oh, that's the honeyworm. Here's Heatherworm. Let's go... Oh, no, I can't fish here. Where's the spot, then? There we go. Hey, cloud cutter. First fish, and it's a cloud cutter. Perfect. Oh, unfortunate. Fish got away. And we're just gonna keep fishing until we've got our 5. Hey, there's our last cloud cutter. Let's go. Back to Limsa. 2 of them were actually large fish. Got a nice little XP bonus from that. The game was like, oh, hey, you got a large fish. Do you want to mooch it or try to catch something else? I was like, no, I need this for my quest. Thank you, though. Dear God. Wait, is she not? Sybil's gone. So, you're to collect 5 plucker from the skies of Kurthis. Are you certain these aren't birds? I mean, take a look. You tell me. The fabled cloud cutters. Turns out they weren't birds after all. Just like jellyfish, they jump and jerk and jolt to jiggle themselves up. Well, speaking of things that float around aimlessly, Ishgardians consider the cloud cutter a crest of class and character, and confer them to commemorate and congratulate countrymen who commit conduct a cut above the clouds, if you will. I won't. But what use would it be to carve a lane? Local lore alleges that a legendary elephant in Limsa is actually an Ishgardian lord. I wonder what you'd do if it were carve a lane. I would do what I'm going to do anyway. Deliver the fish. Okay, what do I want to get here? That's a 2-point boost. These are also a 2-pointer. I guess with the gloves thing, because I don't think I can wear this. Yeah, I cannot. Makeshift bait? What the hell did we just learn? Allows the execution of mooch even with average sized fish. Oh, baby. Nice. That's great. I'm gonna put that. I'm not sure. Maybe right here for. And no, I feel like. I like that setup better. So long, and thanks for all the fish. This Apu needs your help with an emergency. Oh no. Gosh, this is unbelievable. According to the age-old adage, when the going gets tough, the tough go fishing. Unfortunately, the adage is of little use when the tough going happens to be a fishing ban. What? You haven't heard, have you? Einzar Slapperseen has closed all docks and ports for fishing vessels on the authority of Admiral Merlube. Some sorry sailor supposedly spotted a serpent at sea, and so Slapperseen, stated that for our safety, all our services must cease. It's all so frustrating. Well, we may be a group of sedentary fishers, but we're not about to take this sitting down. First, we need to know what we're up against. The Brugair Consortium maintains ties to the Maelstrom, so Sybil may know something that we do not. It is time to go fishing. For information. Oh dear. Well, it's certainly a pleasure to see you again, though I wish we were under happier circumstances. The news came as a shock to us as well. Any Lamentin who's ever boarded a boat has heard the tale. Back when the world was not but a dry, lifeless rock, Lamellan created a giant serpent. From its massive maw, the creature spat forth water until the land was filled. But it would not stop. To prevent the world from being completely submerged, the navigator trapped the serpent in a floating island, with the warning that if it were ever to be freed, the seas would rise until the world ended. This is from where the thalassocratic motto, "Till sea swallows all," comes from. You can imagine the Admiral's surprise upon learning a sailor claims to have actually seen the serpent in question. While you and I may recognize there's a fairy tale in the scared children, the panic in the streets is real, and so Slapperseen hasn't any choice but to take drastic measures in order to maintain the peace. Regrettably, those drastic measures have dire consequences for both your guild and my consortium. And the Maelstrom is too occupied with ship inaugurations to conduct a proper inquiry, meaning our only hope is to take matters into our own firm yet supple hands. It may be impossible to prove the sea serpent does not exist, but perhaps a testimony the eyewitness could be impugned. I believe you have met to say the responsible for the sighting, the one known as Chucharoon. Oh, god damn it. This is your fault? Chucharoon see big fish at sea. Some say see sea serpent. Chucharoon just went fish to fish. See, fishermen wobble lago about fishing fish in sea. So, Chucharoon made a description of a fish, and then some people freaked the fuck out. Wobble-lago, please tell me that you know what he actually saw. You've been good at decoding him in tactics before. I've seen enough at sea to know when sailors are seeing things. And what Chucharoon saw was no sea serpent, that's for sure. Missing your marks will make mountains out of molehills. Distances deceive and delude the minds of men at sea. My money says your serpent is a Mathlea marlin. A fairly big fish, but by no means a monster. You can see them barreling back and forth along the North Blood shore. But if I spied from the shore, people just shrug their shoulders. You need to make them meet that marlin up close and personal. I'll admit, it's easier expressed than executed, and I've never nabbed one. If you don't loosen up your line, they'll rip your rod right out of your hands. But first, you need a bite. I won't waste their breath on worms from other waters. Maslea Marlin demand mooching. More familiar to you as fish wheeling, perhaps? And not just any mean act of mooching, but the daunting duty of the dramatic double mooch. I reckon you're ready for it. Go get a goby ball and haul in a harbor herring. Once you've hitched your herring, offer it up to an ogre barracuda. Then bait that beast to make the Maslea Marlin bite. Makes me want to sail out myself, but Slapperstein would slay any guild master who slights him. Besides, I'm sure Sister Boo would sooner see you succeed at it than I.
Well, we can actually fish for... Wait. Oh, for some reason I thought we did it here. Oh, I know why I thought that, because the harbor herring can be caught here. But no, we need to go to Eastern Lenosha. And they said that we need goby balls, but we can actually just use pill bugs. According to the notes that I have access to, pill bugs are the preferred bait of the harbor herring. That said, we still have to catch a large one, so it may take us a bit. Hard to say. I feel like fish. Oh, he just put his rod away. Well, fine. I won't fish next to you then. Jerk. I'll fish right here. Alright, so our bait, we've got our pill bugs. Let's go fishing. And it'd be real nice if we got the large right away. I kind of doubt that'll happen. But once I get the 5 Angler's Arts, I can use makeshift bait. And I could use patience as well, just be like, hey, higher chance of a large. Well, we got a regular harbor herring. Let's use patience. I was gonna use chum, but nah. I want to save my GP for patience. Large harbor herring, let's mooch it! Come on, now we need a large ogre barracuda. And we still have patience up. Powerful hook set. Ogre barracuda, let's mooch again! Oh my god, we're gonna get it. Come on. Come on. I'll cast a light for you. I'm a little worried at how long this is taking. Not gonna lie. Oh, shit! Powerful hook set. We gotta do it because we have inefficient hooking on. And apparently that works on the triples. So, come on. Fuck. Yeah. First try. Well, we got a small, but then I used patience and it was first try. I'll count it. Let's go! Sister Pooh, I've got it! Look, look, look! I can't believe we're reduced to this. Still, while Lago's never been right for running a guild, he's never been wrong about a fish. If he says our serpent is a Maslea Marlin, then that's what it is. Sister Pooh, you want to see one? That's the Marlin? Well, I can see how some might mistake it for a monster.
Hopefully, Slapperstein will see it the same. Come, Sybil arranged for us to speak with the Grand Store Marshal himself.
So many moons has it been. I can scarcely remember the last time I boarded a merchant ship for anything other than an inspection. Ah, feels nice. Quite comfortable indeed aboard the luxurious fleet of the Bruguière Consortium. No doubt to put crooked mongers and traffickers at ease while making illicit deals at sea.
Oh, perish the thought. We would never dream of calling the Grand Store Marshal to a vessel where such roguery took place.
A shame. I would imagine those sort of vessels were the most fun. I suppose we'd then best tend the business?
Of course, sir. Allow me to introduce you to the Maslia Marlin.
That's the fish I just caught. Great Lamellan's ghost! The blurry thing is massive. However did you catch it?
It was actually pretty easy.
Though I suppose that doesn't matter. At any rate, it is your contention that this Marlin is our sea serpent?
You can sing yourself to sleep with that little sea serpent story, but it still won't hold water. I knew things were proceeding too smoothly. You always know just the wrong time to act the guildmaster, don't you?
Never you mind. I've known Wawalago long enough not to mind his manners. Unlike his fish, I know when I'm being baited. That's my fish, actually, sir.
Oh boy, you've been baiting and bullying us with your ban. Well, you let up and lift it.
A fine question. To lift the fishing ban, or to not lift the fishing ban? What to do, what to do, what to do. On one hand, I could lift the ban, but on the other...
Now who's the one baiting?
Why not? Of course. There are formalities we must observe, so I'm afraid the declaration will have to wait until the morrow.
And the ban will be lifted, won't it?
Unless you'd prefer it weren't.
By no means. It's just, I fear that simply bringing you a large fish might fail to serve as adequate evidence in overturning a formal military promulgation.
Well, I never really believed all this sea serpent silliness in the first place. It was more about putting Lominson's mind at ease than anything else, and the Marlin you brought me should accomplish just that. A few of our more paranoid conspiracy theorists in the Maelstrom allege the serpent to be part of an elaborate Sahagan plot, so they should make for a nice laugh at their expense as well. And to think, this all started because someone spotted a large fish. Because fish tails want to grow in size, the large fish became a serpent size, and, well, then it ceased to be a fish altogether. Makes you wonder about what other sorts of overblown fantasies we've all been led to believe.
It sounds like you were ready to lift the ban, whether we brought you the Marlin or not.
If only it were that simple. A fine Grand Store Marshal I would be if I went lifting bans willy-nilly without any evidence the problem had been solved. This Marlin is essential to assuaging the irrational fears of the public. Listen, I don't know how every word in the world is pronounced. I've been saying the name of the god wrong, and I've only just been realizing that it's probably more like Limlane, but Lamellan's what I got used to. I don't know why.
Well then, I suppose your and Thay's efforts weren't for naught, after all. I only wonder how the fishtail grew out of proportion in the first place.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I don't delight in delving into details, but that deed might have been my doing. Why am I not surprised? When I mentioned the gingerbread at the mausoleum, Marlin was a monster of a fish. I meant it metaphorically, but mayhap he misunderstood.
I think it'll be in the best interest of all involved if I don't hear any more of this story. The Maelstrom expresses its gratitude for your efforts in bringing this evidence to light. Your guild will be notified when the fishing ban is formally lifted. I bid you good day.
Terrifying to think a little exaggeration can get out of hand, particularly when you consider how often fishermen exaggerate. And can you please tell your bite-sized pudding to get out of the water? It's unsanitary. But it sounds like Slapperseed knew something was fishy all along. Nevertheless, your pudding went further into the water. Oh my god. You saved our guild from destruction at the hands of an imaginary sea serpent. Funny how Numulika delivered you to our doorstep just when we needed you most. And I certainly can't consider you a guppy anymore, now that you've caught a marlin the guildmaster himself never quite reeled in. I'd say we name you the guildmaster, but then Wawalaga would have nothing to dodge, and I'm not ready to let that fish off the hook so easily. But I suppose we could at least let him know he is a rival. And that might be your finest fishing accomplishment of all, luring Wawalago back to work. Huzzah! We got our new fishing rod here, the Halcyon Rod. We're getting some northern krill, and we also get equipment that is Fisher exclusive. So I'm pretty sure we'll be getting the hat. Yeah, that's a 12-point bonus. 7, 8. Yeah. Getting the hat. Sadly, I doubt we can wear it as a Vera. But it's like, oh man, this is exactly the kind of hat I want to wear too. This includes the Fisher quest for Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main scenario quest before the dawn. Once you have done so, the next Fisher quest will be available from Sisyphus. What is this quest? Oh no. The Beast of Brewer's Beacon. We're not doing that right now. Nope. That will require us to catch 2 very difficult fish. We'll do that eventually. Much eventually. Oh god. In a couple expansions I'll think about doing it. But beyond that, that's done with Fisher until Heavensward.